Right, hello everyone. It's Saturday, 29th of October, fuck me. 29th of April 2023. And here I am again. Why the fuck did I say October? But anyway, the wonders of my mind. So yeah, Saturday, 29th April, I said October again. Standing here at my usual spot, favourite spot, or one of my favourite spots in my local suburb. And just quickly capturing a couple of things, because I've just thought I need to talk about these, or at least talk to myself about these things. They've just popped into my head this morning when I've woken up with a bit of a hangover and standing in the shower and, you know, all this kind of stuff that goes on inside the crazy mind. The first one was to do with, I'm just going to rattle them off so I don't forget and I can come back and watch the video later to remind myself. The first one was to do with my pills and how I, standing at the bench this morning thinking I need to take a pill, and I'm kind of looking at the pills thinking, oh, why are they pink? And I drink a glass of water and I think, did I actually just put the pill in my mouth? Did I even take the pill, or was it just a mouthful of water? And I had absolutely no idea at all. So what did I have to do? I had to tip out all the contents of the little pot of gold and then counting them out, because I'm on day 5 with the new dose. And guess what? There was 5 tablets missing, Troy. So that tells you that you must have actually had a tablet today. Anyway, so very quickly, topic 1, done. Number 2 was, I won't go into the detail now, but just a reminder for myself, was to talk about my inbox and how that, I guess, is a good representation for me, or a metaphor for my mind. And fuck me, the third item, oh Jesus Christ, it's just escaped me. It'll come back. What the fuck was it? I was standing just over there at the top of that path and it came to me. Oh yes, I was just listening to the Black Keys, and it kind of reminded me, and I think I've talked about this in other videos, how I don't know, in the last few weeks I've got a whole new appreciation for listening and hearing things and feeling things that I've not felt before. And the one thing I just thought of, just standing over there at the top of that path, was music, and it being expression, I guess, of people's minds and creativity and whatnot. And for me, I've never had that before. I mean, I've listened to music and I've always wondered about, you know, how is it that people can do these creative things. And I guess with me, with my ADHD brain as it has been, and how it's kind of all consuming and controls the fuck out of me, stops me from doing so many things. It has stopped me from doing so many things. I thought about, well, creative process, yeah, maybe I've started to do a bit more of that myself in the last few weeks, i.e. in the last maybe 5-7 days, I've written a poem and maybe, I don't know, lyrics to songs. 1 per day for the last week, which fuck knows how the hell's that happened. But anyway, does that happen to anyone else? 3 minutes I did that, and I said I was going to just capture a quick one. The only one I'll come back to maybe in another video later is to do with my inbox and how it is a metaphor for my disorganized mind. But anyway, more on that another time. Right, quickly capture or talk about item 2, which was to do with again, I thought I'd quickly do it now because I'm inspired by it at the moment, and I may not be necessarily later on, because, you know, I would have, 1, probably totally forgotten about it, and 2, not be as kind of, you know, blown away by the whole concept. But anyway, so item 2 in my earlier video was to talk about the inbox and how I guess it's a representation, for me at least, as to, you know, the inner workings of my mind. Quickly demonstrate what my inbox looks like. So look at that sun behind me, again, easily distracted. I've tried numerous strategies throughout my life in terms of creating complex folder structures and kind of archiving processes and whatnot, but I think pretty much every time I've created something that I thought would work, not a very long period of time, I find that it doesn't work, in terms of I can't fucking find shit. You know, I put things away into folders, for whatever reason, it doesn't work, and I've fucking tried everything I've created. Now what I seem to do, I pretty much just leave everything in the inbox. I guess it's a bit like, you know, it's a bit like my brain, really. I guess my brain is somewhat of an inbox, and you know, everything is in there. It's kind of filed away in no particular order. It's all, you know, categorized, and I guess the easiest way I found for me to retrieve that information is to kind of leave it in the inbox. I can easily search for it and find it. Typically, you know, Control F or whatever you might do, or use the search bar at the top of whatever the application might be. And if my mind was as fucking great as that, then oh, fuck me, the world would be a better place, but it isn't. So somehow, some strategy I guess I need to develop for myself would be, is how can I, you know, improve the archiving process inside my head. One little thing that I guess I do, I kind of think about my inbox more and think about myself in relation to spam. The spam filters, obviously they interrogate all the mail that's coming in, all the fucking, is it legit, is it not legit, if it's not legit, if it's spam, send it to the spam folder. And I guess my mind in some ways probably a bit like that, and by that I mean all the other shit that goes on around me that's probably, I guess, spam and probably not as important, that I need to kind of filter off somehow. For me, I guess the little pink pills in my pot of gold, the Vyvanse, that's helping in a large way in terms of turning down that dial, in terms of that background spam that might be there. So yeah, again, Vyvanse is my spam filter. And the other little helpful thing, I don't know whether it's a helpful tip, but it certainly seems to work for me, is something I've only really just discovered, and it's probably been there and everyone probably knows about it apart from me, was that in your inbox, when you just happen to just leave shit in your inbox, as I do, eventually it'll probably get full, but anyway, that's another problem. But one thing I seem to do, if there's something that it comes in and I know it's important, is I just hit insert. And insert, what that does, it then creates a task in a separate list, so it keeps it in the inbox, it sticks it in a task list, and then from the task list I can assign it to a date in a calendar, I can stick it in a meeting invite, and, you know, do a whole bunch of other stuff. And I guess for me, it's again a bit like my brain. Somehow I need to kind of put things into my task list inside my brain in order to be able to retrieve them when necessary. So I guess I'd use a combination. Where am I going with the story? I don't know, I'm kind of losing my way. So yes, I'll use my inbox and my task list as a combination to work else. Well, the point I'm trying to make here probably is that my inbox and my task list to help me improve the function of my brain, in combination with my spam filter, which is the Vyvanse. And all of these things, in terms of a productivity point of view, probably one at work and two in life, who knows, might make an improvement. Best that I shut up and get on with walking the dog, because there he is there, and we're back on our hill, and I've stopped puffing because there's a tiny hill to come up. The dog wants to keep moving and I need to keep moving, so I need to get some steps up, because the Vyvanse that I took 30 minutes ago will be kicking in soon, and I need to get another couple of Ks in before it does. Anyway, have a good day. Look at that sky, blue sun, blue, 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 no matter where we look. Ciao.